Hi guys, welcome to my channel. So today I decided that I must share with you guys my natural makeup essentials. So all the makeup I would use if I lost everything would be just in this teeny tiny bag. I'm a person who loves to do natural makeup. I'm not someone you'll find, wearing a bright red lipstick. Although there are some days when I'll wear a bright red lipstick or a fuchsia pink or an orange, I like doing nice, natural, minimal makeup which looks elegant and very, very just like your face but a little bit better and enhanced. So if you are into that kind of makeup, I would suggest that you watch this video, and all my recommendations are drugstore or affordable makeup, so I think everyone can buy it. Without further ado, let's begin with it. Now, first things first, not to moisturize before makeup is a big crime. So the moisturizer is very important for your makeup to look beautiful, blended and natural. I usually substitute my moisturizer for in place of my primer because it really makes my makeup long lasting. And the one moisturizer I'm recommending you beautiful people is this blueberry rebalancing cream from Innisfree. Now this moisturizer is very beautiful and lightweight. It kind of blends seamless on your skin and it makes my makeup blend into it in a very beautiful fashion. As you guys can see, its consistency, it's very hydrating, and it locks in your moisture for a long period of time. So this has to be my moisturizer recommendation. Moving on to another priming step, and that is priming your beautiful lips. So I would recommend buying any lip balm. I have Vaseline lip balms, but this one by Laneige, it's the lip sleeping mask, is my current favorite. This actually is a trial pack and I got this in November of last year, and now I have been using this consistently and still I have not been able to get through the entire pot. So if you get a bigger pack, I would say that would last you a much longer time. It really moisturizes and hydrates your lips, and it doesn't, the moisture doesn't fade away like with many other moisturizers. The moisture kinds of fade away with as the day passes on, but with this thing your moist lips will stay in place. Now moving on to my primer, stroke cream or highlighter recommendation, I use the Swiss Beauty Real Makeup Base Highlighting Primer. Now this primer is brightening and it moisturizes and kind of, lessens your pores. I can't really claim on the pore reducing part because I usually use this as a strobe cream, but you can also use this as a moisturizer. Now it comes with a beautiful pump which makes, which doesn't let the product go to waste because you can use only one little pump, and that is the amount I use precisely for strobing or highlighting my face. I usually highlight or strobe my face before applying concealer so that the highlight doesn't look unnatural and my skin looks that it's naturally radiating. So that's a little tip that I've learned through the years. So as you guys can see, this has beautiful pink reflect to it, and highlighters which have a pink reflect are very naturally glowing and radiating looking. So I have the shade which is 01 natural tint. It's very affordable and it has other multitudes of shades like golden tint, copper tint, and you can buy whatever suits your makeup style. Now moving on to my next step of makeup, which is concealer. Now the one concealer I use is this liquid concealer from Swiss Beauty. Now I have the shade 02. This concealer is extremely long lasting. Okay, it will last for easily 4 to 5 hours without powdering. Okay, if you powder this thing, it will last for about 5 to 6 hours. It's very creaseless, and it looks very creaseless, and it looks extremely natural when you blend this out. The coverage with this guy is very full. Now I need something which is full coverage because I have dark circles, and this thing easily covers up my dark circles. I usually blend this thing with my fingers, like tapping it like this, or I use a sponge to kind of diffuse it. But yeah, fingers are my best tool while using this concealer. And this again is very affordable, and you can easily get this on Nykaa or Purple. The one con with this concealer has to be that the shade range sucks. Okay, there are not a lot of shades, and I wish that they could expand their shade range. If you are not able to find your shade in this concealer, you can always go for the Fit Me concealer by Maybelline. Moving on to the next step, which is powdering. I usually use this Flower Beauty Light Illusion Perfecting Powder. Now, the reason why I like this powder a lot is because it's very lightweight, okay, and it's extremely blendable on your skin. I'm going to show you. It's so silky and doesn't feel like powder. It's almost a dupe for the Airbrush Flawless Powder by Charlotte Tilbury. I just use this powder, right? It comes in this packaging which has this compartment, and which has, I usually store my highlighter if I want to use one in this compartment. And I use this powder with a soft brush, fluffy brush like this one, and just lightly dust it wherever I want on my skin. I usually dust it on my under my eyes so that my concealer doesn't crease, and around my nasal folds, and on my forehead. And this is a very good powder. Moving on to my bronzer recommendation. I am in love with this Butter Murmuru bronzer. The shade I am in is actually 01, and which is light to medium, but it has two other shades if I'm aware. I sadly kind of dropped it, so the state of this powder is very bad. But just to give you a little sense of the color, if you want to buy this shade, this is a very neutral shade. It's, as you guys can see, it's just a tone darker than my original skin tone. And I don't prefer using bronzers which are very darker than my skin tone, because that kind of bronzers, they'll end up looking very muddy on your face. But this, it doesn't look muddy on my face at all, and it gives a very natural contour to my face. So if you're contemplating on buying this product, I would say go ahead. The one con for this bronzer has to be the bulky packaging, and as you guys can see, it's very easy to break, as I've already broken it, and I'm very sad about it. But otherwise, this is a very solid bronzer recommendation from my side. Moving on to my favorite part, which is the blush. I right now am a blush addict. I love flushed looking cheeks, which kind of makes your face, gives your face that natural dewy glowy look. And the blush I use for that is this blush balm by Flower Beauty. Now, its packaging, it's very travel friendly, and it comes in a little nozzle, and this nozzle is very useful because it helps in only bringing up a small amount of product. You don't need a lot of this product because it's very, very pigmented. I'm going to show you how it looks. So this is the amount of product I would use for both of my cheeks, and it's very pigmented. I usually, put it on my fingers and then put it on my cheeks and lightly blend it with two of my fingers, or I use a brush like this one to blend it out to get a more seamless finish. But if you haven't tried this product and you're thinking that of buying this thing, I would highly recommend you to get this one as quick as possible because this product is just amazing. Moving on to my favorite part, which is eyes. Now, I love a good eyeshadow, but before applying eyeshadow, I always prime my eyes, and for priming, I use these products. I usually prime my eyes with a concealer first, and then I set it with the same Light Illusion Flower Beauty powder, and then I contour my eyes using the same bronzer. In this manner, my entire face gets that homogeneous look. My eyes don't look separated from my face, in the amount of look I'm going for. So the next part is eyeshadow. Now I love eyeshadow, and as the years have passed, I've moved more from eyeshadow palettes towards single eyeshadows because I believe that single eyeshadows are more user friendly and you don't need these 20-30 shades in your collection when you're just going to use those neutral shades again and again. Like, don't mind me if you are someone who loves using neutral shades or colorful shades. You can always go ahead for those kind of palettes, but for regular people, I mean, it's not logical to buy those huge palettes. Now the first eyeshadow I'm recommending you is this Essence Melted Chrome eyeshadow in the shade Ironic. I've already made a video on this eyeshadow because I simply love them so much. These eyeshadows look like wet, molten gold on your eyes. I'm going to show you a swatch of it. Can you see the shine? It looks so wet and so reflective on your eyes, and I usually use this eyeshadow with my fingers, just put it on the center of the lid, and then I kind of diffuse it on further. It's a very good find, and you can easily find this on Myntra or Flipkart and Amazon as well. The other favorite shade of mine from the same range is Zinc About You. Now this is a pink kind of shimmery shadow, and it's very, very unique looking. I mean, it looks so rich and luxe on your eyes. You have to buy this thing. I mean, if you are thinking of buying one thing from this video, I would suggest that go with this thing because it's simply amazing. So these are my favorite eyeshadows which I would recommend you guys. Moving on, if I want something that is not extra metallic or extra glittery, I would go with this Wet n Wild single eyeshadow in the shade Nudecomer. Now this is a sort of cream eyeshadow with some copper and other glitter reflects mixed into it. It looks very natural on your skin. It's supposed to be a sort of a cream eyeshadow, sort of a glittery eyeshadow, but it looks very, very natural on your skin. Just apply it with your fingers on your lids, and this will look beautiful on its own. Now one thing more I think every girl should have is a black eyeshadow. The one I'm recommending you is from Wet n Wild again, and this is the shade Panther. I usually use this if I want that dramatic smoky eye, pairing it with my kajal, or if I want to line my eyes after using an eyeliner. And I also use this thing for kind of filling in my brows. So yeah, a black eyeshadow is very, very handy if you're just starting out with makeup. Now, moving on to my eyeliner and eyebrow recommendation, I have again Wet n Wild, and this is the brown eyeliner in the shade chestnut. Now, I am not a person which uses black eyeliner because black looks very stark on my eyes, and I don't like to have that defined eye look, black eyeliner look, because it looks very unnatural on me. So that's why I've switched to a brown eyeliner. And if you're someone and black eyeliner doesn't suit you well, or kajal doesn't suit you well, I would say that switch to a brown eyeliner because that will look wonderful on you. The eyebrow recommendation I have is by Lakme. I'm laughing because this is like the only eyebrow pencil I've purchased. I have very thick brows, and I use this if sometimes my beautician messes up and there are not a lot of brows to work with. It's very it's not pigmented at all, so it works very well if you have bushy brows, I would say. And I also kind of set this with this black eyeshadow if I want a little bit of drama. But no, this step is really optional. I would say that this eyeliner pencil would be enough for you guys. One mascara I would recommend everyone to have is this Lash Paradise Voluminous Mascara. I'm really sorry for the traffic noises outside my house. I'm shooting this in the middle of the day, so there's bound to be noises, and I'm extremely sorry for that if you are kind of pissed off by that. So this mascara has kind of lengthens my eyes and also eyelashes and also volumizes them. It's a very good find, and if you're contemplating on buying a mascara, I would say go with this one. It's a great mascara. Now, moving on to my favorite part, which is lips. I love applying lipsticks. I've been applying lipsticks since I was a little kid, and these are my go-to neutral, natural looking lipsticks. And yeah, so let's start with it. Now, the first lipstick I'm going to recommend you guys is Gulabo by Nykaa. Now, this is a liquid matte lipstick. I've just the mini version of it, but I think that if you buy the larger version, it's a bit better as compared to the mini version, because the mini liquid lipsticks, they dry out very quick, okay, and the larger lipsticks, you get a better value for the amount you have. Now, this is a very liquidy formula, but it dries down matte. It's very pink, and I think it will look very natural on a lot of lips, because the pink is not bright pink, it's kind of a muted pink, as you guys can see. So yeah, I think this has to be my number one recommendation. Also, it gives your lips that glowing blushy look. So yeah, I think it's a very good find if you are a natural makeup enthusiast. Moving on to one of my favorite lipsticks. This is Nykaa's Demi Matte in the color On Fleek. Now, I've already mentioned that this lipstick is a dupe for Pillow Talk. Now, this formula is very soft, very comfortable. It is identical to Pillow Talk, so if you're contemplating on buying a Pillow Talk, I would suggest that go with this thing, because yeah, it's a very good affordable dupe for the same. Also, it's a peachy rosy nude which looks very fresh on your skin, and it looks very flattering for a lot of people. Now, moving on to my two favorite nudes. This is Cinnamon Crush by Flower Beauty. Now, this formula is very lightweight, okay. I would say that this formula is identical to the Pillow Talk Charlotte Tilbury matte lipstick formula. Now, it's a brownish nude, okay. It's a brownish nude, and I would say that this is matte and very comfortable and lasts for a long time, and this particular skin color would look good on a lot of people, because it's such a universal nude in my opinion. Moving on to my favorite nude lipstick. This has to go to this Colorbar nude lipstick in the shade On the Stage. Now this is a mauvish nude. Okay, it's not a brown nude, it's a mauvish nude. So if you're someone who likes rosy nudes a bit better as compared to these brownish nude, this would be a perfect fit for you guys. So yeah, this is how it looks. It kind of looks similar to Cinnamon Crush right now, but the lighting might be a bit off. But this is a rosy nude, and yeah, it looks very beautiful and very plush on your skin. And the formula again is very, very comfortable, and it's a matte formula. So these are all my makeup recommendations, which I keep this in my small little pouch. And yeah, I think these are essentials if you want to do natural makeup at an affordable cost. I hope you like this video, and I'll love to see you in my next video. Keep liking and subscribing to my channel. I'm really, really thankful to all of you who have subscribed to me. And yeah, I would love to hear feedback more. So bye bye, stay safe, and have a good day again. Bye.